Was that the bite of 87?
Hello everyone and welcome back to another review. This is episode 56 and today we're looking at the Kirby Nindroid figure. It's number 544, which is pretty crazy. Alright, why don't we just take a look at the box, because you know it's pretty cool. You have some cute pictures of Kirby. It says Kirby there. And the back, which is pretty great, you know. It's just a bunch of pictures of Kirby. The top has more pictures of Kirby. Kind of weird. This is the only Nindroid figure I have because, you know, I'm not a huge fan of the art style, but this figure is incredible. And, you know, I've already had it for a couple years. It originally came out in around 2016, but they've re-released it quite often. The Good Smile Company. And you can see the inside of the box is pretty awesome. It has some Kirby enemies and kind of a Kirby cloud looking thing. I just love Kirby. And you got some boring instructions, just kind of a list of what you get. Pretty cool stuff. I very much like the box. I feel like it's very fitting to the figure, if you know what I mean. Alright, and here we have all the stuff you get. It's pretty cool. I don't really know. You get a base too. There, I forgot to show that. And look at all the stuff you get. It's kind of crazy. And this figure is so... This guy has a bunch of accessories, so I'm just going to open it off camera. Oh, there we go. Magic. Alright, here we have the figure. And he's pretty awesome. He's very innovative. And he has a lot of articulation. But first, we're just going to take a look at him. It's Kirby. I mean, what more could you want or ask for in a Kirby figure? It's Kirby. It's a pink puffball. His face is incredibly accurate. You can see one inaccuracy is he has a booty orifice. That's for the stand. It still looks pretty funny seeing him with a butthole. But overall, it's pretty awesome. And I'm sure you're wondering, how is there articulation? Look at that. I'm sure you're wondering how it's done. It's pretty incredible. Look at that. It's moving as if he's an actual being. It's insane. It's like he has an infinite amount of articulation. It's like he is a ball joint. Well, it's done by magnets. I think that's so cool. Magnets. Look at that. It's perfect. And, you know, they don't scratch. They're not too scratchy. The actual metal never comes in contact with each other. It's just the soft plastic. So if you want, you can rip all of his arms off. And now you have a Kirby pinball, which is an actual thing Nintendo did. The Nintendo executives thought this was a good idea, kids. Rip off his arms, make a game out of it. So yeah, you get kind of a 2-in-1 figure if you want. And it's just super easy to snap them back on. Now I would recommend when you're moving the arms around, just taking the arm off and moving it to where you want it. I wouldn't recommend scratching it. Or like moving it around and having a chance to scratch the figure, if that makes sense. Moving it around on his body, it can scratch it, but the plastic is pretty soft and very high quality, so yeah. Now he has alternate faces, and the way you change those, it's pretty weird. You have to turn his face and rip it off. You can see here, it just locks into place. It's kind of creepy, honestly, but you know, it works really well. It's a pretty good system. And here we have another face, so you just insert it and then twist it. And here's his either spitting or sucking face. Or, I don't know, blowing. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. And again, very accurate. Very cool. And you can just easily get him into any position you want. Just move the hands a little bit. And boom, there you go. It looks like he's pulled right out of, like, I don't know, Super Ally Friends, whatever the new one's called. I don't even know. I haven't played that game in years. But honestly, pretty awesome. Alright, let me take off this face so I can show you all of the other ones, because he actually comes with quite a bit of extra faces, which I think is incredible, because he has a bunch of really iconic faces. So here we have probably the one I use the most, his angry face. It looks pretty good, well-rounded. It reminds me a lot of the Kirby anime. And here we have his flying slash eating face, which I think is incredible. And you can see it's actually a little bit bigger than all the other ones. And it's just so cute. It's just so cute. And if you want, you can get him into the fat eating cake position. Kind of in like Kirby's Return to Dreamland when he's just chilling there eating cake. And it's just so adorable. I can't stand it. Alright, why don't we bust out Tahu? You can see he's pretty small. In person, he has a presence for sure. And he doesn't feel that small, but on camera, he looks really tiny. Like, he doesn't even go up to Tahu's freaking thighs. So he is a little bit of a shorty pants, but he actually scales really well to other Nintendo figures if you're interested in that sort of thing. Alright, I'm going to put back on his angry face because we're going to be taking a look at some of the copy abilities real quick. So just put it on his aggressive face. And you can see the seam, it almost just disappears. It's incredible. Like, this figure, it looks like it's straight out of the game. It's crazy. I absolutely love it. Alright, now, he actually has an alternate hand, which has a hole on it, so he can hold all sorts of crazy items, which, it's pretty cool. And the first one we're going to take a look at is the Star Wand, and it's pretty great. It's very shiny, very accurate to the game, and you can really put it in any pose. It's pretty great. It's just like the game. I absolutely love it. I do believe it's supposed to go on this side though, in universe. And it looks pretty great. It looks like he's about to shoot you with a magical star. Pretty awesome. And if you want, you can use this weapon kind of in a Super Smash Bros. Thing, if you want. It's kind of compatible with other figures, which I think is pretty great. And here we have a hat, the cutter ability, or just sword. It's not cutter, it's sword. And it kind of looks like Link's hat. And what I mean by compatible with other figures is like, it could easily fit in with other Nintendo figures. It doesn't actually snap on to other Nintendo figures. And here we have the hat. It's like the arms. It's just a magnet, and it just rests right on there. And here we have his sword, which I think looks incredible. Very reflective. And it looks like it's made out of polygons. Like, just the way it reflects. It's so cool. This is easily my favorite one. I posed him like this for a couple years. Right now I kind of have him in a happy pose where he's flying around. But I just think this looks super great. It's definitely my favorite. And the last copy ability is one probably a lot of people will like, and it is Flame. And it kind of looks more like the one from the anime a little bit. But it has the crown and all the fire. Pretty, intimidating. Not gonna lie, it's very heavy. I'm sure you'll recognize this from my incredible magical stop motion I did a couple years ago. Pretty high quality stuff, I know. I was gonna edit a lot of this out in a post, but it didn't quite work out. Anyway, it also comes with this fireball, or fiery fire thing, and it looks pretty great. It's very fiery, pretty cool. I'll show that off a little bit more later, because this segues nicely into the two different bases that it comes with. Now, this is the first one. It's pretty, transparent, pretty boring. This one actually comes in a lot of other Nindroid figures. And you have this one, which is pretty awesome. It has a star on it. This can be either used as like Kirby spitting out a star, or just a base, or him riding the warp star, which is pretty cool. It's very versatile. So if we take Kirby, you can just kind of put him on there, and it kind of looks like he's riding a warp star, which I think is a very awesome inclusion. I definitely appreciate them putting in multiple bases. I think that's just, really above and beyond. The whole figure really feels like that. It really feels thoughtful. The figure also comes with these two arms. I almost said the video game comes with these two arms, just because it feels so realistic. But here you go. It's a clear arm. This is for the accessories, and this is for Kirby. Very heavy duty. You can see it has 3 joints, and it's pretty excellent. It's a pretty great stand. I've never had an issue with it. I've had Kirby impaled by this thing for a couple years, and it still is in great shape. No breakage or anything. Definitely the best clear stand I've ever encountered. Okay, you cannot connect it to the hand. I was just double checking. I've never tested that before. Alright, so we'll use the clear one for this. It's pretty easy. You can just see these holes. My finger's kind of blocking it. It's pretty stiff. It's kind of hard to do. But you can just put it in there, and boom, bada bing, you have a stand. Here you have another arm. Pretty great. You can put them anywhere. You can see it's kind of a grid. And we can really make Kirby shine if we just... I'm sorry. Kirby, I'm not... I hope you're into that stuff. I'm sorry, man. Alright. And you can see the arm is just holding Kirby up pretty well. This thing is made a little... like, a lot of it is made out of metal. And it is holding Kirby up just fine. Alright, and there's actually a little hole on the fire. It's kind of hard to see. But if you get it lined up just right, you can place the fire on this arm. Come on. Come on, it's really hard to do. Come on, there we go. And you can have Kirby flying around breathing fire, which I think is excellent. You gotta line it up just right, though. I think that's really cool. It just works, guys. It just works. And it really looks like he's breathing fire. And it looks a lot like the game. And yeah, there's Dahu again. Merry Christmas. And I just overall think this is a great figure. I know through the whole video I've been like just freaking out about it. I really have no complaints. The only thing maybe is it's pretty expensive. It retails for about $50. Luckily they do re-release it quite often, so a lot of times you'll see this thing like on discount. Like consistently, because they'll release it 1 year and then they'll discontinue it again, and the price will lower, and then they'll re-release it again. So I would definitely pick this up if you're a Kirby fan. I know a lot of people who have this figure, and a lot of people who love this figure. There's other colors of this Kirby that come with other accessories, like there's a blue one that comes with ice abilities, and overall I just think it's really, really cool. So yeah, they're pretty easy to find and pretty great. So if you're a Kirby fan or, a fan of Pink, I would say definitely get this. I have zero complaints, honestly. Like, the paint quality is incredible. I've never had it scratch. It's very durable. I have zero complaints. I would definitely recommend it. Alright, peace out. Love you all.